No matter how much I tell my mum this, she still doesn't understand. Whenever we chat about food, she'll refer to certain things as fattening, and will avoid buying certain things for the most part as a result. I've been explaining this to her for years, but she still hasn't quite grasped it. So I'm going to explain this to you really simply. These aren't fattening if you don't eat too many. This is fattening if you ate so much that it put you into a calorie surplus. I don't recommend trying. Your stomach would probably explode before you got there, and you'd have some insane poos. Nothing is going to cause fat gain if you don't overconsume on the calories that you need on a daily basis. You could eat a perfectly healthy diet with none of this and all of this, and it still be fattening if you were in a surplus of calories. The thing is, for the most part, the healthier foods are going to be a lot harder to overconsume on. No one's got fat eating too much asparagus because the calorie content is extremely low, it's super filling, and your piss would stink so fucking bad. So you'd probably cap it a little bit earlier. My clients have spent a number of years and a lot of money trying to figure this out, doing things like Slimming World, P90X, HIIT training, fasted cardio, and yet they never learned the most important exercise of all. The good news is, I'm going to tell you, the best form of training you can do when losing fat is resistance training, so that you don't look like a saggy, empty ball bag at the end of it, because you'll be maintaining and building muscle. If you don't train like a pussy, that is. Easy. But that means fuck all if you're not in a calorie deficit. You getting up or not? Up. You need to eat less calories than you already are. Nothing will bypass that. What do fat loss jabs do? They kill your appetite and make you eat less food. Too many guys are wasting time, effort, and energy looking for the perfect fat burning exercise. And there isn't one. It all comes down to controlling your nutrition. But there is a form of exercise that will massively help you when it comes to losing fat. And that is walking. It's not super taxing. You can do it if you're injured. It's standardized. You have a set number to do on a day-to-day basis, which is really helpful because when you're dieting, you want to move less. People can do their set amount of cardio, but if they're not tracking things properly, the intensity can massively differ, so the result massively differs. Here's a visual representation of why you need to take this seriously. This is your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. Around 70% of the calories that you're burning on a day-to-day basis are happening anyway, just because of internal functions, whether you're in a coma or not. The next section, NEAT, which makes up about 15%, is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is your walking, fidgeting, wanking, any unplanned exercise goes in here. We're now at 85% of your total daily calories burned, and we haven't spoken about real exercise. The next is thermic effect of food, which is about 10%, which is the calories you're burning just from digesting food. And that little measly chode at the top there, the 5%, is your exercise activity thermogenesis, which is the calories that you burn through exercise. 5% is piss poor. So if you had to put all of your eggs in one basket when it came to burning fat through exercise, it would be wise to pick walking and not prancing around your living room doing HIIT training. When you look at what we went through there, it just makes sense to utilize it as a tool. Most of the fat reduction will come from putting less in your gob, which is where it makes most sense to put the majority of your effort and energy when it comes to solely losing fat. But it can be massively assisted by moving more. So now you know you need to be in a calorie deficit. You shouldn't be looking at exercise just to lose fat. What else can you do to make sure that you're in a deficit? The exact same with saving money, right? We need to know your inputs and your outputs. It's important to know that you're putting in the right amount to meet your targets. If you're not being consistent with the numbers, you're not going to meet your goal. Chances are you might not actually be overeating that much on a daily basis, but that shit compounds and you could easily be up 10 kg in a year, which will make you slower, less confident, sleep worse, mood worse, less energetic, and just make you a bit of a grumpy fuck. People like that don't tend to gravitate towards eating salad. They like to eat certain food that makes them feel happy and less stressed. It's an ongoing cycle until you decide enough is enough. I need to sort this out. For any of you that don't want to track calories, use a flexi meal plan with calories pre-worked out that meet your goals. And then if you want to eat outside of that, track that. It'll raise awareness as to what you're doing and it will make getting results so much easier because you're not shooting in the dark. It's like when you're a lad, you've woke up in the night with a stiffy, it's pitch black and you need a piss, right? That shit could go fucking anywhere. You don't know where it's pointing and it's dark. It's a nightmare waiting to happen. Now I want to make this a shit ton easier for you. I want to teach you how to train, how to eat, what to do when you hit a plateau, what to do with your steps, what to do with your cardio, and how to sleep better. And I want to do it for free. So there's a link in the description that will take you to my full Beachbody program with everything inside. All you need to do is give me your email address, and then you'll receive the goods straight away. If you do the things inside of that series consistently, you will lose fat and build muscle. So go grab it, and I'll see you in the next one. If you find this useful, make sure to like and subscribe.